up as Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurous Smash, Durance of Hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that EC.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubarak, 4 at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, make it 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
not fall up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that. Ladies and gents, welcome back, and boy do we have a special show for you now here for round number 2. It is ReGen, who you just saw playing in game number 1, now up against Team Alexander, which features some former HGC Korea pros, including Hyde, Lockdown, and Nacho Jin. Welcome to the stream. I'm Murda RG, joined by my good friend Stoic. How you doing after that first round?
Good. I'm hype. I am, luckily it was not too much of a break for us, so I'm riding that wave.
Yeah, short break there. They were ready to go quickly. I'm going to let them know in chat that I'm ready to go for this round number 2. Let's quickly talk about our map bans heading into this round. ReGen took away Alterac Pass and Dragonshire. Team Alexander banned away Brax's Holdout and Cursed Hollow. Game number 1 will be Infernal Shrines. We already saw this map once tonight. We're getting ready to hop back in.
Yeah, I'm excited. Both of these teams, I think we're 2-0s, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yeah.
So both of these teams riding high into this round 2 of tonight's match. We'll see how these things go. We've seen some great, here on this action at twitch.tv/MurdaRG, we've seen some great play out of ReGen. So we know that they've brought their top game tonight. Can they keep it up?
Lockdown saying it's gonna be fun. I think it will be, seeing the number 1 Storm League player on the right-hand side here playing for ReGen. They're getting a taste at the top of North America here. Going to see if they can bring their Korean meta here to North America. Porky just asking to see if they're ready to go. GG, well played, says hi. Okay.
As far as regional metas go, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know much. I know that everyone says NA LOL, and I know that everyone says EU's the best, but...
Oh, Gondar's here, and is Tist playing as Spell? I guess that's Tist, according to chat. Appreciate the help there, Hyun.
Chat always coming in clutch.
I think they're... I don't know if it's a language barrier. We're trying to find out if Team Alexander is ready to go. I don't speak Korean. Looks like June is here helping out. I don't know.
Maybe we have to go do some, what was that, Scriblio?
A Scribbly. That was fun. I remember that night. Okay, Hyun saying Spell is actually Tist. Okay, I didn't know that. So this is a full squad of HGC Korean pros. Yikers! If you're playing in North America tonight.
Yeah, don't go to Storm League after tonight's match. There we go. Ready's in chat.
Okay, ready's in chat. We got ours. Okay.
Let's do it.
Blue team will be first to ban. That is Team Alexander here in game number 1. This is the map selection from ReGen. So we'll see what these Koreans have to bring to this North American meta. I'm sure it's going to be something we haven't seen in Season 9 of NGS, at least. I'm expecting maybe that Tyrael to make a lot of presence, well known as a longtime tank favorite of the Koreans. And you don't see it quite as often in North America, but I think here in Game 1, we might end up seeing some Tyrael.
Yeah, we'll see. GARROSH, Lucio banned the first two. Lucio there's got to be some extra information here, as neither of these two are often first bans.
Cassia, we saw her banned out twice already in round number 1. Going to continue to be banned here in round number 2 as ReGen now on the clock with their final ban of this top half. TT Porky, the captain here for ReGen this evening, making the decision, already banning away the Lucio, which you don't see banned as frequently here in North America. At least not in the top half of the draft.
Yeah, already very interesting. We've had Cassia banned by the first picking team. We have GARROSH as a first ban. GARROSH hasn't been first banned for a very long time. There is May.
Third time banned tonight by ReGen.
Yeah.
Well, Gondar has the crown for Team Alexander as Hyde will be popping on Admiral Stukov for Infernal Shrines.
We're in for something different. Stukov first pick Infernal Shrines. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Well, I guess if you're ReGen, you're thinking about how you can exploit a healer without a cleanse. I'd expect to see some heavy CC come out with these first 2 picks to try to pressure Hyde at least a little bit. It'll be ETC and Ana, played by June, and yeah, I think this is exactly what June wanted here in game number 1. We already saw it earlier tonight on Infernal Shrines, played by June, and it looked pretty darn good, Stoic.
Yeah, it sure did here. The ETC play was also very good here on map number 2 for ReGen. So they've got their fingers warm. We know what they're looking to do here. The follow-up for Team Alexander will be.
I'm expecting maybe the TASSADAR here. Oh, it's Raynor. Okay. Hey, we've seen these heroes, Raynor and Johanna. That's as North American as it gets.
Yeah, very, very standard here. I mean, right now, Team Alexander hasn't shown much. I mean, with Stukov, no cleanse, but still a pretty flexible healer, able to do quite a few things, bring some CC to the table with that virulent reaction. I mean, maybe they're saving their secrets for the last 2 picks here. Lockdown and Nato Jin have something spicy on the table saved for us, or maybe this is just straight up the most standard of drafts, as Jaina is banned. Wow.
See, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking, hey, these Koreans, maybe they don't actually have heroes unlocked on these accounts.
I mean,
Stoic,
that's true.
Think about it.
That's true. Spell was level 8, so that's not too many loot chests.
So ReGen banning away a Jaina, who's a starter hero. Maybe that's what they were thinking about when they made that ban. Either way, ReGen now on the clock, 15 seconds for their 3-4 selections. You know, I think that might actually be it, Stoic. Did we figure out the meta?
Maybe we'll see. We'll ask Porky in that interview he wants so bad. But the 2020 meta is banning heroes that are free.
TASSADAR and Sylvanas.
Sylvanas played to great effect on that Infernal Shrines. Such an excellent hero here.
And they're kind of squishy on the backline now with the Tass Sylvanas. Going to need a big body for Porky. That game earlier, we ended up seeing the Blaze come out for the captain. 3 seconds, though, for these final 2 picks for Team Alexander out of Korea. It is Maiev and Leoric.
Okay, so there we go. Maiev brings a little bit of spice here, but Leoric is also a very standard pick here. Able to double soak, able to clear minions very quickly. Blaze from Porky, no surprise there. Quite excellent now with that new level 4 on this map.
So I'm going to be opening up a poll asking you who will win game 1. Will it be Team Alexander or will it be ReGen? Head on over to chat right now. Up at the top, select the team you think will win this game number 1 and hit submit. Stoic. Can North America beat the Koreans? Yes or no?
It is. We've seen it before. It is possible. Probably less likely. I'm gonna go with. I don't know. This is hard. Like, I don't want to give like a ReGen an advantage here, but maybe I'll just side with.
You got the Johanna though, the Johanna rule, so you can just.
I could use Johanna rule. I could also just use like experience in competitive pro gameplay. I'll give this one to Team Alexander.
All right. Well, let's introduce this team on the left-hand side first. We got Gondar playing the Raynor. There's Hyde on Stukov. Nacho Jin on the Leoric. Lockdown's going to play Maiev. And Spell, a.k.a. Tist, on the Johanna. Give it up for Team Alexander.
And in the red team, coming back after their 2-0 victory in round 1, we have June playing Ana. Russ DT playing ETC, Troy 1010 on Sylvanas, Centurion on TASSADAR, and the captain TT Porky playing Blaze. It is ReGen.
Chat mentioning, of course, our Korean side playing on about 100 ping, so will that be a factor at all? We'll find out as game number 1 is underway. TT Porky gonna find lockdown in a bush first. And doesn't look like the Koreans looking to take this early game fight, not wanting to stack up this TASSADAR who's gone into the Shock Ray quest at level 1.
Spell steps up to look for that that Condemn Punish. Double sleep there from Ana. Lockdown jumps in, finds the pull on the TASSADAR, but Spell dropping extremely low here, forced to back out. TT Porky gets some free damage there on the lockdown. Ooh, finds a big stun there on the Gondar. Again, put to sleep. These teams look to rotate. Sylvanas chasing Nacho Jin up to the top lane as Blaze goes there to clear the wave.
Maiev trying to chase down TASSADAR, not quite able to get in reach, but does find ETC. Rusty T gonna drop down to 50% health. Wall has been dropped to keep ETC up for now as our camps are spawning. Mid lane being soaked by Sylvanas. Up top, it is Nacho Jin versus TT Porky. Blaze versus Leoric, and so far it looks like Leoric putting a bit more pressure on the old Blaze.
Yeah, looking at these level 1, some interesting talent pickups. In Maev's level 1, an interesting choice here. Also, ETC picking up that Prog Rock with only 1 means he's been denied quite a few globes already after these first 2 lane rotations.
Both camps picked up at almost identical moments as Blaze making a rotation now towards his middle lane, gonna try to body block out, now finding the Rainer. There is the anti-healing provided by Ana, and ReGen have found themselves first blood of the game on the Rainer.
Looks like counter kill possibly in the bottom with Centurion dropping extremely low. Lockdown dodges that stun from ETC a little bit too early, and TASSADAR will escape.
Wow. Nice save there by June, keeping Centurion on his feet, as Rusty T also with a nice power slide there to help the escape happen. Still no first blood for Team Alexander, but ReGen on the board with a slight XP lead, if any at all. It's pretty close right now.
Yeah, Rainer opting to go for this camp very early here with some fancy footwork. Will not be able to complete it though. Nacho Jin going to be forced here to step in and help out as Hyde also coming in to provide some healing here. But that leaves Maiev and Johanna alone in this mid lane. Johanna isolated and put behind a wall. Unstoppable will end in just a moment here. TT Porky on the chase.
They're going to try to send everyone over to help protect Spell, who's down to 200 health. There's the Jet Propulsion and another kill for ReGen, second of the game.
Wow, up 2-0 kills. About equal as far as experience goes here. As the beginning, this shrine will begin.
Will be a bruiser camp in the top lane for Team Alexander. There's Sylvanas trying to possess some of those minions to help counteract this pressure coming in. Tower slide through onto Rainer again. There's the anti-healing. Third kill for ReGen with this shrine active right now. Rusty T trying to body block the Stukov. As Nacho Jin, the only one here in the shrine for now, putting Team Alexander up 10-3 in the current moment.
Wow, you know what? With no cleanse and healing reduction, Ana absolutely shuts down Stukov before he gets into that later CC.
Wall drop there by TASSADAR to make sure Johanna's not able to pressure in onto this shrine. As Rusty T now going to have to play the front line all by himself with Blaze split all the way out in the bottom lane. Maev's going to start making this rotation up. Will be a 5v4 advantage for Team Alexander, and I think ReGen knows this. Even with level 7s, they're going to find themselves in a weird spot here, Stoic.
Yeah, you know, shrine minions in favor of the blue team here. The health, though, definitely in favor of the red team, as both Nacho Jin and Spell dropping quite low. Gondar trying to put out some of that damage here, but the stun is found again, the sleep, and the healing reduction.
They get another kill. Fourth of the game, and now it's Maiev very low, has to be careful. One more hit, might fall, and will. A double for ReGen, but they lose ETC. Nacho Jin's gonna fall as well. 35-35, getting very close on both sides. Hyde very low is gonna fall. It's a quad kill for ReGen. Can they make it a mega? It doesn't matter. They get the Punisher, and Johanna all by herself will fall as well. Throw your mega kill emotes in chat for ReGen. They just took out all 5 Koreans.
Wow, I mean, 8 kills to 1 here, up a level. Arcane Punisher here on the front wall with about 75% health. They should be able to get this wall down in very short order and get to work on this fort.
Is this the upset of the century starting up? There's a wall drop. Leoric, very low, will end up falling as well through that Wraith Walk. Sylvanas applying black arrows onto this fort, going to help this Punisher get through the first structure of the game, and ReGen have opened up a level and a half lead here, 5 minutes in on Infernal Shrines.
Yeah, not only a level and a half, they're very close to level 10s here. Able to push another issue, probably going to rotate down mid, see if they can get some value there. Looks like possibly going to just immediately steal these Khazra mercs from their opponents.
They're really exploiting the Rainer every time with the wall. They have the grenade from June, which has been on point thus far. And it's been Gondar falling a total of 3 times already. You got the kills up on the board. 4 of them belong to Troy and this Sylvanas.
Yep, you know what? Good job with TASSADAR using that wall to provide vision. That middle lane healing fountain is already done.
They're going to go ahead and grab away another siege camp. Still a half level away from level 10 is Team Alexander as they're trying to desperately soak up some XP here at mid. Working as 5 right now, and I'd expect once these level 10 talents are online that they're going to start playing a different game of Heroes of the Storm. But for now, the storyline is ReGen in the lead, starting to pressure down another fort wall.
Wow, you know, ReGen really has this map figured out in a different way than I've seen before, of taking the Sylvanas and getting so many of these camps to provide this pressure and rolling this 5 here. TT4 finds the stun and lockdown, is able to jump away and survives about half HP here. Looks like Rainer and Leoric looking to join the fray as well, as level 10's now online for Team Alexander.
Well, we should be about a minute to 30 seconds away from our next announcement as Leoric getting charged on now. Slap Nacho Jin dropping at 20% health. Sylvanas is going to fall down in the bottom lane. Second kill of the game for Team Alexander. That one picked up by Lockdown on Maiev. Now looking at Rusty T on this ETC. Can June keep him alive? There's the silence. There's the Entomb as well. And ETC has fallen. Like I said, once these level 10s are online, it might turn into a different story. 2 quick kills for Team Alexander.
Yeah, ReGen needs to make sure that they stop the bleeding here, that they just stabilize as the 3 that are left alive. Next objective is bottom, so these top camps will be very important to push during this off time as well with the catapults, the periodic every 3rd wave catapult. Red teams will definitely need to be responded to.
Both sides trying to grab their bruiser camps right now. Half level away from level 13. Likely will be here before the next objective is ready to go for ReGen. And there goes Team Alexander crossing level 12 right now. A lot of XP just picked up there by Leoric. He's going to be under a bit of pressure. Here comes Sylvanas trying to keep him out of that Wraith Walk for as long as possible, but doesn't end up finding it. Here comes the rotation around. Stukov trying to get on the flank for those swipes, but didn't quite get in range of a target needed. So ReGen able to retreat back to their wall, making the defense of this bruiser camp.
Entomb used in that last little attempt of an engagement there, so it will not be available for the next fight. The 13s and all the heroics available here for Team ReGen. Although Blake's a little bit out of here as ReGen looking to stall this rotation in the mid lane.
A little bit behind right now, Centurion on this TASSADAR, finally making it over here to the fight. Both teams now at level 13. Those talents are up on your screen for just a moment as this fight starts. Here's TASSADAR having to pop that Archon. Gets the kill along with that mosh pit from Rusty T. It's a double kill for ReGen, looking for 3 onto Leoric, and they will get it inside the Warden's cages. Maiev, she doesn't get a kill. It's a quad for ReGen, now 13 kills in the game with just Stukov on his feet.
Centurion dropping so low during that fight, but just never quite, you know, having to give his life for ire there. Absolutely excellent work by June, keeping his team healthy.
Well, topping that hero damage right now is Troy, 34,000 on this Sylvanas. And a total of 5 kills so far for him, looking rather good as ReGen will grab their second Punisher of the game. Also going to try to steal away this siege camp for the second time, with 2 heroes just now getting back on the map. Leoric's going to be split up top, and Punisher will be pushing down here in the bottom lane. Sylvanas ready to go.
Yeah, wow, the camp pressure here from ReGen has been absolutely crazy tonight. Just constant camps. You'd think it was Alterac Pass where they're taking these camps on cooldown.
Well, fort down. Punisher is still sitting at 98 health. They're going to try to get this sidewall down as quick as possible. And there it goes. Punisher now going to leap, connecting onto Johanna. Good silence there from Stukov. Look at the health bars on ReGen, but they turn their focus quickly onto Johanna. She can't get back behind the wall. And that is kill number 14 now with this bottom lane keep wall already down.
Yeah, ReGen is saying, you guys were doubting North America. We're showing you how to play here. As this Black Arrow's back up, this keep now falling low to about 50% health here. The Punisher still has 25%. This is possibly a keep falling.
I think it is a keep falling. They're putting everything on it. Lockdown's just back here killing minions. Has to be careful because here comes Blaze in the sights. Misses that first shot. Lockdown able to warp away. Porky's going to charge in anyways. Going to have to be careful here. But oh my god, keep down at 10 minutes and 45 seconds for ReGen. And they're up by 11 kills, Stoic. I was not expecting this at all.
Nope, definitely not. Taking this bottom camp now, they probably, I imagine they rotate to take this middle, the only camp that's left in the middle as well here. Leoric is doing his best to wail away on the top fort, but Porky's going to show up and say, back off, buddy. That's mine.
Back off, buddy. Might be a big rotation here, though. A bunch of members of Team Alexander showing near this top lane. Blaze getting out really far here, now stuck in the Entomb. Big rotation as the bunker has been dropped. Here comes member of ReGen to try to save the day. Wailing Arrow from a distance. Does hit a couple targets. Can Porky get out? There's a swipes from Stukov. High falling very low, 200 health. Does make it out for now. Rusty T holding on to that mosh pit. Might be able to find one here with Spell dropping very low. It's a double for ReGen. They save Porky and they find two.
Wow, excellent use of the bunker, the stun, the silence, and that choke point was so strong for Team ReGen. Porky drops low, but he's going to find his way out. Lockdown finished off with just a big sliver of health there. Troy 1010 putting so much damage out here as well. Absolutely crazy Sylvanas play. Porky goes in for the kill onto Gondar. A little bit isolated here. And they're able to heal up with that paint them red, it looks like.
What is going on, Stoic? Is it the ping? I got to imagine it's the ping.
Maybe? I don't know. We'll only know if we go to a Game 3 and get an interview.
A 2-level lead for ReGen with a camp pushing mid lane. Sylvanas has these black arrows yet again. Should be another structure down as all the members of ReGen are going to show up to make sure it falls. And steal maybe yet another siege camp here away from Team Alexander.
Man, I wish I could see their stats on siege camps taken tonight on this map specifically. It's got to be like 15 camps to 2 across these 2 times they played Infernal Shrines tonight.
They're going to back up, try to get their health and mana ready to go for this next shrine, which should be called out momentarily. There's one camp left on the map. It's the Bruiser camp on the side of ReGen, and with even talents right now, we might end up having a fight over it. Rusty T is going to have Johanna scouted out. Here comes Leoric as well, who has that Entomb. Nacho Jin already connecting twice with it. There's the reveal with that Oracle by TASSADAR, going to make sure no one gets in here. And ReGen going to walk away with yet another camp now at level 19, Stoic.
Yeah, you know, this is 13 minutes in this game, and this map is very, very red. This will be this Punisher is going to do a lot of work here going on this mid lane. With the keep is there, the wall is healthy, but every other lane has got quite a little pressure here. This is gonna be a tall order.
Well, they're trying to look at Maiev, but here she comes with the Warden's Cage, trying to turn it around. Nice wailing arrow from Sylvanas as the bunker's been deployed by Blaze. They lose their TASSADAR. Jude's falling very low. I don't think he gets out of here, or does he? Swipes are going to maybe save the day a bit as ReGen trying to desperately get out of here as quick as possible. They lost their TASSADAR and haven't found enough damage for a kill of their own.
Wow. You know, that TASSADAR, the bunker went down, but the Entomb went around the bunker so that TASSADAR could not get in. That was very unfortunate there.
So should be pretty free here for Team Alexander to get their first Punisher of the game. Bottom lane's going to be some pressure started up. Camps available for ReGen. They're also looking at their own siege camp here. There's Troy 1010 working on it by himself. And TASSADAR is still 15 seconds away from respawning. Could be quite some time until we see ReGen do anything with these level 20 talents.
Yeah, you know, opting to say that we're not going to fight on these equal talent tiers, it's not worth contesting. We have so many more structures. We're willing to give one. While this Frozen Punisher will get a lot of value, I imagine, in this mid lane, They want to play it safe here, it looks like.
ETC gonna take the leap onto him. Now pulled across the wall. Wait, was that a Bolt of the Storm by Russ out of nowhere? What just happened? That was a sick play from ETC. Now trying to turn their sights onto Nacho Jin. I did not expect a Bolt to come out that quickly. I thought it was a pull from Maev. But they might end up with a double here. Jet Propulsion connects and Leoric's down as well. Can ReGen close out game number 1?
Here I am saying they're going to play it safe, and Bolt of the Storm over the wall here. Finds the stun there. Oh, onto Stukov. Caught at the well. Not safe to drink.
And this is an Archon TASSADAR level 20. This will be going for a while. 20 seconds until 3 heroes are respawned. Looks like ReGen might actually walk away with a game number 1 victory. Punisher still on the map with 30% health, but it shouldn't matter because this core is now dropping below 30, and ReGen has walked away with game number 1.
Absolutely. Even Twilight Archon on the core there with the June healing behind it. Like, I mean, that's wow. Who'd have thought? Storm Division, baby.
Well, let's take a peek here at the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series 20-4 or 4-20. Nice. In kills in favor of ReGen, TT Porky did not fall. Holy smokes. Porky didn't die all game. Clap us for Porky, everybody. It is ReGen walking away with game number 1, but Stoic, before we leave the stat screen, who is your game 1 MVP?
I think we got to give it to Porky here in this one. I mean, soaking a ton here, creating lots of pressure, allowing his team to rotate as 4, to find all these camps and value elsewhere. You know, with 18,000 experience soaked, as well as setting up that gank in the top lane by surviving his gank attempt. So I think we give this one to Porky.
Well, I gotta say this. Someone needs to go back and clip that final fight, the Bolt of the Storm over the sidewall by ETC to pick up that kill at the end. Was you never see anything like that. A very heads-up play by Rusty T, the number 1 GM in North America. Looked incredible. Lupus in chat saying Porky's first deathless game, PogChamp. You gotta love it. We're gonna take a short break as we head on into game number 2. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the stream. ReGen up 1-0? What's going on, Stoic?
Yeah, you know, that I'm speechless. Not expecting that game. Felt pretty one-sided. ReGen, just came out and they played the same. They played the same Heroes of the Storm. They played against New Game Plus, and it was a strong game, and they took the team in a very convincing fashion.
So, chat, to keep you guys up to date, we don't yet have our lobby created. So in the meantime, I'm going to pull up our bracket so you guys can get a peek at what's been going on around the division. Is it not going to load here? What's going on? Hold on. There it is. Just took an extra minute. We actually don't see ReGen as advanced yet, but they did. And across, we do see Forge Esports advanced 2-1 over No You Tank, and he's literally won, knocking off Brawl is Life here in the first round.
Wow, wait. Oh my, that seems like some upsets.
Is it? I don't think it is.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just getting confused. If these teams would stop changing their names all the time and all these different things that I watch them, it'd be a lot easier for me to understand what's going on.
I think
So
No You Tank is tank.
That's Dude
I'll
Abides
only
team,
tank if subpoenaed.
Yes, that's Dude Abides.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they got knocked off by Forge Esports, which I believe is Winterheart's team.
I think you're right.
I don't know who He's Literally One is. Not sure about that, although if you check the Reddit post today, or maybe over on the NGS Discord, there was a nice infographic created by Key, who I think is still in chat right now. Big shout out to Key for putting that together. It was beautiful. I liked looking at it. So maybe if you want to throw a link out there, Key, feel free in chat right now to have everyone take a peek at that. But
He's Literally One. I think that's John Knight 1 and Shredded Wind's team.
Okay, that makes sense.
Brawl is Life. I don't remember who that's team. So many teams to keep track of.
A lot of teams. Trying to check in to see if we have a lobby coming anytime soon. Oh, Porky's in a lobby. Are we just waiting on me? Okay, yeah. Lobby's here. You can join through me, Stoic.
On it? Wait, what? On it?
Michael Udall? Question mark?
In it?
Is Michael Udall playing this game? Is he allowed to play this game? Michael Udall's in the lobby, though. Tomb of the Spider Queen will be map number 2. If you're not yet following the stream, be sure to hit that follow button. If you want to contribute towards this fantastic prize pool that's already been started up, exclamation point Storm in chat. And if you just want to check out the bracket, exclamation point bracket in chat, and you'll get yourself a link to check out that bracket. Looks like a few players are dropping out. Stoic saying maybe Udall next week, smiley face. Hopefully.
I love watching him.
Hey, I'll tell you guys, if you guys are fans of any of these ex-pros, streamers, personalities around the Heroes of the Storm scene, encourage them to sign up for the Storm Division Qualifier next week. The registration period's open until Sunday of this week, and the matches will take place again on Wednesday and Thursday, each of the next 6 weeks. So I guess 5 more weeks after this one. Plenty of time for your favorites to hop in, so maybe Michael Udall is one of them. Go message Mike and be like, hey, get a team together. Play in these Storm Division qualifiers. It'd be a lot of fun to watch you play. We know you're back playing the game, so why not play in this grassroots esports tournament that Nexus Gaming Series is putting on? We'd love to have him. I'd love to cast him. I'm a former GFE fan back in the day, so I'd love to see some Michael Udall here in the Storm Division. Looks like this lobby is dying, Stoic. I don't know exactly what happened.
I was going to say the same to you.
Let's leave this one.
I think I said something, and they didn't like it.
Well, it sounds like Michael Udall wants to cast. I wouldn't mind bringing him on to join us. I don't know how we're going to find him.
I would relinquish my seat if that's what... If Mike wants it, I'd give it up for him.
Should we ping him? No, I'm not going to kick you out of here, Stoic. I could ask him, hey, you said tomorrow night. Are you able to cast tomorrow night? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Good. That was the answer I was hoping to hear.
I made some arrangements, but if you say Michael Udall wants your spot, I'd give it up. I mean,
No,
I got
stop.
a little bit...
Stop, Stoic. You're
I don't want
co-caster
to.
of the season, okay?
All right, I'll take that. I'll take that.
We got lobby number 2 ready to go, by the way. We just need to get you in here, and we should be ready to go. Tomb of the Spider Queen, once again, is the map pick. That did not change. Porky calling for the hat, and I think ReGen will be ready to go. Michael Udall, hey, what's up? Listen, just message me, baby. We'll cast together sometime. I'm going to be doing it on the NGS stream tomorrow. So maybe we'll have you on if you want as a special analyst. I know Stoic and I would love that. So just let us know. Goliath is here as well. What's up, Goliath? Hey, Murda. I see you. Talking to you, doll, right now. Michael, listen. Get a team together, dude. Get a team together. I'll pull out my GFE shirt and show my allegiance to you, and you just play some games for all of us. We know your stream wants it. I want it. Stoic wants it.
If Stoic wants it, it's got to be.
Porky ready in chat, just waiting to hear back from Team Alexander before we get going, and there's Lockdown with his R. So game number 2 about to be underway. Tomb of the Spider Queen selected by ReGen. Team Alexander will be first to pick here. And they find themselves currently down 1-0 in the set. Pod champ North America.
Yeah, coming off of a 2-0 into this, domination in game 1, saw in game 1. I wonder what they've got in store for us here. Will it be the standard, thing again? Oof, the Ana band first up. They know what's up.
Yeah, they can't give June that Ana yet again. It was pretty good game 1. A couple nice saves, especially on, I believe it was Porky there in the bottom lane early who barely got away, was it? Some sweet saves coming out. Another ban coming out onto Lucio, North America. A bit scared of the DJ of Korea, and there's another Cassia ban from Team Alexander.
Ana was a big part of ReGen's success, but I think there were other things that worked really well, and we'll see what answer Team Alexander has in this second game on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Also a game where the fast rotations and clearing these waves is going to be helpful. Do they think about picking up a hero like Sylvanas first? Or something a little bit more spicy to start things off?
Well, for the 4th time tonight, ReGen not wanting to play against May. Don't want to deal with her weather anomalies. But this opens up the tank meta a bit. I think the Johanna going to be priority. We saw it in game number 1 from Team Alexander. I'd expect it, especially here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. One of her better maps, but I think that's going to leave open that Blaze yet again for Porky. And I think that's going to take a leap up here on Tomb of the Spider Queen as well. ETC, though. I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that with Johanna available.
Yeah. Interesting here. I think that Russ plays an excellent... Whatever tank he's playing, he's going to play it excellently.
Whatever
ETC last game was quite strong. I mean, does he take Johanna here? Opting for the TASSADAR Rainer. 2 solid picks here.
Okay. Well, I thought Tass in game 1 was great. They're going to take away the Rainer, although Gondar playing that Rainer in game number 1 was exploited numerous times by ReGen with the help of that grenade from Ana shutting down the healing, the walls from TASSADAR keeping Rainer in place. It was a lot of deaths onto Jimmy. So they're going to switch it up this time. There's Deckard, Kane, and Sylvanas for Lockdown and Gondar.
Solid pickups here. Deckard Cain, another hero that doesn't have a cleanse. Ana being taken out. We'll see if ReGen decides to draft some CC to counter that, as we talked about last time. Stukov banned. Interesting.
Yeah, banning away the Maiev, Lockdown playing that in game number 1, and Stukov taken away. I guess assuming June might be thinking about playing the Admiral himself. So a couple picks here. I'm expecting a tank to come out for Russ, and probably that Blaze once again for Porky. What are your thoughts about that, Stoic?
I mean, that's pretty solid there. GARROSH is not the tank I was expecting. Probably want to see some wave clear coming up soon here. June picks up Anduin. Solid hero, can get some pulls. I think Anduin's a good utility that he brings to the draft.
Well, Anduin will be able to help save that Raynor in case he faces a similar destructive path as the Raynor saw in game number 1 on the opposite end of the map. Gonna save that solo lane pick for Porky. Might end up seeing the Leoric again. Can be pretty strong here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. That Entomb got a bit of value in most of the fights that the Korean side was able to win in game number 1, but instead it'll be Imperious for Nacho Jin, and Hyde gonna hop on the Jaina.
So maybe the Jaina ban was targeted here. We'll see how the Hyde does on Jaina. Tomb of the Spider Queen, lots of... I mean, the burst damage here is absolutely crazy. Imperious finds a stun. I mean, ETC finds a slide. Imperious finds a stun. Jaina can drop so much damage during all of that stun, and your rail picked up by Porky.
Well, taking a look at our Game 1 poll, 71% of you thought Team Alexander was going to win, so I got to ask you again, who will win Game 2? Will it be Team Alexander, or will it be ReGen? Head on over to chat right now, up at the top of your screen. You see it up there. Select your team you want to win, and hit that submit button. Your votes will be calculated live on stream. But Stoic, as always, I need to ask you, who is going to win this game number 2?
You know, ReGen has a lot of momentum. They've got 3 strong wins in a row. I think that but I'm not gonna lie. I think their team's gonna struggle with wave clear here. Team of the Spider Queen revolves around pushing the waves so you can have control to turn in and to deflect turn-ins on the shrine. And I think their wave clear is a little bit light. TASSADAR being the main one.
I see. I'm expecting the Exterminator from Raynor, but we'll find out in a minute if that makes a difference. Here we go, though. Game number 2. It's lockdown on the Jaina. There's Nacho Jin playing Imperious, Gondar on the Sylvana, Spell aka Tist on the ETC, and Hyde playing Deckard Cain. Give it up out of Korea. They are known as Team Alexander.
On the right side, the red team, June playing Anduin, Centurion on TASSADAR, Troy 1010 playing Raynor, Rusty T playing GARROSH, and TT Porky, the captain, playing Urel. It is ReGen. 3 in a row, looking to make it 4 and close out this series. We'll see what happens on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Well, here we go in the mid lane. All 10 heroes showing up, and our level 1 talents up on the screen. It will be the Exterminator out of Raynor. I think that'll help solve some of those problems we talked about with ReGen not having enough wave clear. I think that's exactly the pick. The Shock Ray coming out for TASSADAR as well. And already looking to put some damage on. Here comes Porky, leaving the back line. There's the first wall of the game from TASSADAR. Nacho Jin in this fight, trying to finish off Raynor, but they're not quite able to get the finish as of yet. But Imperious with a nice impaled. Oh my god. GARROSH with the groundbreaker, finding the first kill of the game for ReGen. But they're going to trade it out on the opposite end. Now with Porky falling low. It's a 1-for-1, but ReGen officially credited with the first blood.
Yeah, both of these teams utilizing heroes like Sylvanas and Urel that can cross distances extremely quickly to confirm these kills. We'll see how that continues to play out here. Urel soaking already in the bottom lane. Imperious walking this like a mortal all the way down to the bottom there. Centurion caught out a little bit by Gondar and Spell.
Oh,
taken down.
My bad. Some quick kills coming out, and I think a bit of vengeance here for Team Alexander, looking a bit more aggressive now in game number 2. They're going to get to work on their bruiser camp early, and still ReGen not taking a look, but going to send Troy 1010 over to get working on it now.
Yeah, this interesting bruiser camp taken here. Not going to allow them to get a turn, but definitely going to take this on the map. They will be back up in 4 minutes time. Both of these teams kind of just floating around the middle. Spell, Mount soaking the top lane, gonna find 2 globes here to help his prog rock quest at level 1.
There goes the camp pickup for ReGen, gonna match the pressure in this mid lane as Porky's gonna leap in yet again onto this back line, bashing back the Imperious as they're able to stand inside that Spell armor. There's the Impale, gonna connect from Nacho Jin as Rusty T gonna trade out some basic abilities, keeping Imperious in place, but with Porky on this back line, I don't think he's scared at all. Gonna have to worry about the power slide. But what a play there by June. Leap of faith gonna save the day, and Porky survives yet again.
Porky and June rotating down to that bottom lane. Sylvanas on the top. 4v3 in the middle lane here as Spell is Domino's pop, and GARROSH finds the throw on ETC. Spell dropping quite low, at about 40% health, but will be able to walk out of here away. Gondar comes in for a flank, getting tons of damage here. Jaina gets a lot of damage from the Blizzard here. Red team's very low.
Yeah, unfortunately that time Centurion didn't have the wall available during that beautiful toss from Russ. Probably would have netted some kills, but without that basic ability ready to go, they walk away and no kills in the fight. Now GARROSH under some pressure from ETC, but Russ able to throw a hero back on top of Deckard Cain. And he'll survive for now yet again, looking to turn in some gems as Spell. And first in the bank is Team Alexander.
Yeah, Team Alexander, a very mana-dependent comp here, as we've seen that Jaina and Gondar both having to back multiple times so far. Interesting. Deckard also forced to back up here.
Bottom lane siege cam picked up by ReGen as they're looking to turn their focus now onto lockdown. 50% health. Impale's gonna hit Yarel. Triple stun there from GARROSH. Gonna keep Yarel alive. There's that wall from TASSADAR, but no pressure available for ReGen in the fight. Everyone able to back out yet again. Rounding level 6 into 7 is Team Alexander on the way first.
Yeah, red team now controlling the rotation middle here. Having a gem advantage with now 16 turned in. They have enough to turn the rest. Will they find that? With TT Borky trying to turn in 22 in this top slot. Centurion with 12 as well.
They need one additional after Centurion. I'm doing the caster math right now. They're at 49. June's got it. He's gonna go for it. There's the throw away by GARROSH. Spell on the wrong side of town now. Can June get it? No. Face melt is there from ETC.
Yeah, June has all of the gems here for his team. Blue team as well needs to find a way to continue to stall, but get their gems turned in, as just possibly turn this Web Weaver phase in their favor.
Well, Porky also holding on to 3, but being pressured out by Nacho Jin down here on the bottom egg spawner. Back up top, we see Team Alexander now moving ReGen off the point. Leap of Faith going to keep Raynor alive. That was a great play from Spell, looking to help finish it off with that ETC power slide. But no kills yet again. Just 2 in the game for Team Alexander, 1 in the game for ReGen. Both of them belonging to Sylvanas for Team Alexander.
You know, excellent job in that last little skirmish by June, using the pole before Raynor dropped too low. Oh, and Blue team finds that turn in that bottom. Gondar finds the turn in that bottom Web Weaver altar.
Wall down this time, but ETC able to walk barely around it. Gondar coming up from this top lane. Here comes Nacho Jin, big spear, thrown away by GARROSH. Centurion gonna live for now, but here comes the power slide onto GARROSH in front of the wall. Can Rusty T make it out? Yes, he will. A little bit of self-healing to keep himself alive.
Yeah, good presence of mind to turn around and get about that heal. Oops, spell thrown in. No slide available because the root goes down, but the healing comes out just in time. Spell escapes. TT Borky jumps in and try and finalize that kill. Not able to find it here. Rusty T, will fall to Jaina's Blizzard.
Yeah, that Blizzard perfectly placed down by Hyde to finish off GARROSH in that fight. The Chastise earlier in the play, so brilliant from June to try to get the finish on ETC, but they're not quite able to get the finish. Now Yarel here in this bottom lane trying to sidestep some damage. Borky hopping around, might be able to get away as TASSADAR is going to fall. 4th kill of the game for Team Alexander as they're pressuring out 3 lanes during this objective.
Yeah, what a combo up top by Lockdown to delete that TASSADAR so quickly. Here, top falls, bottom Yarel falls as well, thanks to that level 10 advantage, that Wailing Arrow being used there by Sylvanas. Could be 2 forts in this first Web Weaver phase.
This is what I expected out of Team Alexander in game number 1. They have turned on the afterburners now in Tomb of the Spider Queen, taking a big lead, a level and a half, make it 2 now, 11-9 over ReGen, as they are looking brilliant thus far and have a enormous gem advantage here on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
ETC takes stage dive here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Definitely worth noting here. Red team grabs their bruiser camp to push mid. They're looking to just turn in a single gem.
And they should be able to get it here. No one in defense. Rusty T with the channel. And here comes the first Web Weaver phase of the game for North America. Bruiser Cam being exposed here. They see this on the mini-map, but no one able to get here in time. Do they look for a fight elsewhere? Not as of yet. Bruiser Cam pressuring onto this wall as the Web Weavers are about to drop down on the map. Here's that stage dive from ETC. Doesn't hit anything. Hyperion in response. And we also saw the Water Elemental come out. So a couple cooldowns used there by Team Alexander to no avail.
Yeah, interesting. You know, it got out of the Hyperion, and this middle Web Weaver now has no camp or wave pushing immediately with it, so it will be a quick clear, which will allow them to get to top and bottom both before losing even the walls here. So possibly worth those ultimates being used.
Porky hopping in a bit of trouble. Still has that Ardent Defender. There's a sleep from Decker Kane. Rusty T falling low. There's the Light Bomb connecting onto multiple targets. Decker Kane has fallen, and now Porky leaping on this backline. Troy's the one getting low on the side of ReGen. Centurion as well. A lot of pressure thrown out there by Imperius. It's a 1-for-1 right now. TASSADAR for Decker Kane, but Sylvanas is going to fall, making a 2-for-1 for ReGen. Now Nachogen back by the fort's going to fall. A lot of gems hit the ground, and ReGen starting to come back with their own Web Weavers on the field.
Wow. What an absolute turnaround in that fight there. Centurion and, you know, Troy dropping both under 200 health. Centurion falling, but Troy surviving.
June, brilliant Light Bomb in that play that time. Really started out the fight there for ReGen. Getting that finish onto Decker Kane so important because of how much healing he's been able to do in this game so far. Where's the healing numbers? I think it's here. Here we go. Look at Decker Kane already.
Yeah.
Perfect gems on hand right now for ReGen. They have 55. But the defense is here, and ETC split out with that stage dive. Can drop in at any moment. There's the Water Elemental. Expecting to see the stage dive with it, but this time, just the Elemental drop and no count.
Interesting.
Porky leaping in, trying to start out this fight. There goes the finish onto that Elemental as ETC still not here. Playing very patient. Rusty T looking for a turn-in, but sees that scroll is stealing, has to back out. Nachogen missing an Impale. And we're going to wait for another opportunity here. And might be ReGen looking for the opportunity. Big taunt, big Light Bomb. Imperius inside of all of it, but the stage dive coming in as Angelic Armaments have been popped. Nachogen still alive. Big stay a while and listen's going to get the finish onto Raynor and GARROSH. Yorel falling low, pops the the Ardent Defender. Does make it out with the gems on hand, but what a fight there for Team Alexander. Coming in at the right moment is ETC.
Yeah, they just barely could not finish off that Imperius, who ends up finding that double kill. Super unfortunate, as this is a boss call. Team Alexander is going to take this boss here and look to boss in turn.
I think it's the right play. They can start looking for gems on the other side if TT Porky has any idea of what's going on. Nachogen pinging the egg spawner, making sure that no one's there from ReGen as he's going to turn in the final 6 gems. It will be boss, will be Web Weavers, and a lot of threat going to happen onto these keep walls.
Wow. You know, for a moment there, ReGen had a moment where they could have came back here, picking up those kills, but Team Alexander says, no. We got you right where we want you.
We're going to try to finish off this boss as quickly as possible. Hopefully for ReGen before level 16 is here, but I don't think that's going to be a chance because 16 already tallied in here for Team Alexander. Web Weaver right behind this boss. This keep under pressure now with the catapult here as well. They really need to finish this thing off quickly, but I don't think they will. Stage dive coming in. There's the Indomitable pop by GARROSH, also throwing away the TASSADAR. No one from ReGen's going to fall, but the keep does go down.
Yeah, that's 2 big cooldowns used there. Hyperion dropped, Taunt is dropped as well. The sleep is found. Kills coming out from both sides here. It's a 3-for-1 kill. Jaina falling, but with only Yorel and Anduin alive, this boss and this Web Weaver working on the core, I think this is going to be taken to game 3.
I think we're going to game 3, you're right.
Oh my
15%,
gosh.
8%, GG, Team Alexander on the board in 11 minutes and 58 seconds over ReGen.
I don't think they liked losing game number 1 very much.
Very astute, Stoic.
Yeah. That was some fierce game number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Well, let's check out our match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. We're just waiting on some game results from Korea, and there they are. Gondar walking away with 4 kills and just the 1 death, leading all heroes in hero damage. Team Alexander 11-5 over ReGen in game number 2.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the same kill disparity we saw in game number 1. But, something I noticed was Gondar here absolutely making plays with that Sylvanas, something we did not see, was not able to accomplish in game number 1 with a more vanilla hero like Reyna, but Sylvanas utilizing that wave of the haunting wave, to teleport across team fights to get in a better position, and putting the damage where it was needed most. Excellent play there.
Chat saying Team Alexander's draft so much better for a high ping team compared to their game number 1 draft. I agree. Tempest Heroes, I agree. Much easier to play. I think Lockdown having that Jaina was a big difference as well. It was something that was banned out in game number 1. Maybe struggled a bit with the ping playing the Maiev there on Infernal Shrines, but looking really solid in game 2 on the Jaina. But I think a lot of the credit, again, has to go over to Gondar. Pretty effective in all those fights. And Tist on the ETC, those stage dives were on point, baby. Do you have a resub coming in from Ghost Dunk, 28 months. One of my longest subscribers here. Always have to appreciate my good friend Ghost Dunk. Thank you for being here. Everyone, we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Game number 3, our final game of the night, is up next. Welcome back. We are in our lobby. We're going to everyone's least favorite map, Sky Temple. This one chosen by Team Alexander. Yeah, okay. So Korea likes this map. I know NGS, you guys hate it. According to the NGS team, Sky Temple will not be a part of the Season 10 map pool, but for these qualifiers, Sky Temple still available as we're using the Season 9 map pool all throughout the qualification rounds.
Interesting. What we saw from Infernal Shrines, definitely a map that ReGen likes to play. They played it very well. Tomb is a map that they're familiar with as well. Sky Temple is a map that not many NGS teams play often, and so we'll see if they'll be able to keep up. It's a larger map, a lot more. It's a lot more going on than there is in Tomb. We'll see how this goes down.
Well, Lockdown making sure I'm ready to go. I appreciate that, my friend. And looks like we'll be underway here for game number 3 in just a second.
New follower detected.
We got another new follower. This one coming in from Kana TV. Gaius Julius Caesar as well, hitting the follow button during the break. Appreciate you guys being here. And let's take a look at this draft. ReGen falling in game number 2 after a dominant performance on Infernal Shrines in game number 1. They have the first pick here. Will it make a difference, Stoic?
I don't know. I hope so. We've seen a smash one way, a smash the other. I hope our game 3 is a nail biter. We get one of those 25-minute Sky Temple games. We'll see what happens though.
I feel like Sky Temple is one of those maps that gets done faster than the average map, in my opinion.
If I had my regular computer, I could tell you the stats, but I'm remote today, so I'll let that one slide.
Well, the Slug, Abathur banned out first by ReGen. There's another ban, 5th of the night we've seen on Cassia. Assuming this is May once again from ReGen, who hasn't wasted a ban all night on May every single time, making sure she's not in this game. 3 seconds left for that decision. Do they change it up? Yes, they do, because they still have to take away Lucio.
This puts blue team in an interesting position where they just immediately ban Ana. May, is she worth picking up, even if as just a way to deny from Team Alexander?
No, they want that
ETC battle.
Well, I tell you what, ETC 2-0 in this set. Game 1, it was a win for ReGen. Game 2, it was a win for Team Alexander. Can Rusty T make it 3-0 on the cow here in this set?
ETC definitely a big part of both of those drafts, setting up lots of kills. Played a little bit differently. The Mosh Pit game 1, the Stage Dive game 2. Stage Dive a possibility here with a large map with distance between the lanes. And wow! Here comes May.
Well, you leave May on the map, and May will be picked. ReGen gonna have to make their way around this May. 2 picks here before they head into the final ban of the night. I'd love to see a healer selection for June. Make sure they get what they want. No, they really want to grab this Falstead. We saw this earlier tonight. And Centurion gonna hop on the Grey Mane as well. Gonna have a bit of control now with that Gust around the boss pit with the Falstead and Grey Mane. So much camp potential, so much kill potential. What do you think about those 2 picks for RG?
I think they're solid ones. We saw them come out in the Cursed Hollow game, and both of them, or saw Falstead at least played in that Cursed Hollow game, was a very strong pick. I think that they're both great for this map. Deckard Cain being taken away.
And now final ban for ReGen. Will this be the Jaina? Will it be the Sylvanas? It will be the Sylvanas. I figured it had to be one of those 2 heroes. It's going to leave open that Jaina, though, and I'd expect it to be picked? Question mark? We'll see if Lockdown wants to grab it again. But I think it pairs in nicely with the May if she's able to get some of those roots. Stukov later on with Virulent Reaction able to get some roots. I think Blizzard finds a lot of value here. It will be Jaina yet again for Lockdown, and there's Nacho Jin hopping on the Yarel that Porky played in game number 2.
You know, that Blizzard is such a strong ability, and comboed with the Blizzard is very, very scary.
So, yeah, Blizzard and Blizzard. That's going to be confusing.
I mean, they're both scary circles. That
you know what? I blame Blizzard for that one.
I didn't even think about that. That's true.
3 seconds left. Final 2 picks for ReGen on the clock. They need a healer. They need an offlaner. It'll be Malthael for Porky, and Whitemane going to be played by June.
Interesting here.
With every death comes honor.
Hanzo.
With honor, redemption.
Will Whitemane be able to get the value that she needs to keep her healing numbers up, as she wants to be getting damage out onto these heroes? And with a double mage comp like Hanzo and Jaina, or at least double range comp, should be looking to try and get that damage when Nacho Jin looks to step up.
Game number 2. You guys had a split decision out there. 50% of the vote coming out for each of our teams, but I'm going to ask you for the final time tonight, who will win game number 3? Will it be Team Alexander? Will it be ReGen? Winner moves on to the semifinal round tomorrow night. The loser goes home and has to try again next week in qualifier number 2. Stoic after seeing the picks. Who's going to win this final game of the night?
Oh man, what a tough call. This is a somewhat of a, it feels like it could be a finals with the way these two teams have played these last 2 matches. I'm going to give this one to Team Alexander. I think that they have swung the momentum in their favor now.
I would prepare for your
I think that they have the tools they need to pull this off.
Well, let's start introducing these teams. It's Gondar on the Hanzo Shimada. There's Lockdown playing Jaina for the 2nd game in a row. Nacho Jin on your rel. Hyde going to be playing the Stukov and Spell, a.k.a. Tist, on the Mei. Give it up for the guys out of Korea. They're known as Team Alexander.
And in the red team on the right, we have Russ DT playing ETC, June playing White Main, Centurion on Gray Main, Troy 1010 on Falstad, and TT Porky playing Malthael. It is Team ReGen looking to represent North America here in game number 3.
A bit of a rotational split. No Sylvanas to worry about here in game number 3, who is also in this set 2-0, but without her on the map this time, you don't have to worry about it. Look at that shutdown lockdown. That's how he gets his name. 4 heroes trying to pressure onto that fort wall, and he just locked down all 4 of them with that one blizzard.
Wow, scary moment there as June and Centurion drop quite low. Malthael Yorel doing a little bit of double soak here on Sky Temple. Not typically what we're seeing here, as these teams also going to look like they're going to match to soak mid-bottom as well.
Well, Porky going for Fear the Reaper, not going for the On a Pale Horse here. Bit of a surprise, as I was expecting a bit of help on the double soak, but instead just going to try to stay in lane up against this Yorel. Already doing decently as we have a bit of a skirmish at mid. No kills either direction, and we've seen First Bloods come pretty early in this matchup already, but not here in game number 3.
Siege camps spawn in this bottom lane, and both teams immediately on Met 2 demonstrated here for the left side, and only Greyman on the right.
Both sides going to safely gather these siege camps, as they'll first be picked up by Team Alexander. They're going to be hanging around this mid lane, throwing out a blizzard as Mei. Didn't end up seeing the blizzard out of Jaina that time, but I promise you it will get confusing.
Troy 1010 looking to catch this wave safely at the wall, while Rusty T steps up looking to control this rotation, making sure Mei has to think twice before stepping down. Lockdown safely behind the wall, watching the siege camps get destroyed. Damage has been done to this wall already. Will they be able to finish off? Looks like they're opting for the bottom talent, as June is a little bit isolated here. This Tist slides in. Nothing will come though of a skirmish in the bottom lane.
Yeah, it was an early Bruiser Camp pickup there out of Team Alexander, but matched on the other side by ReGen with the help of Malthael. Falstad able to grab the Bruiser Camp for ReGen as well, and it's going to be a little bit closer to the wall of ReGen, so these towers are going to help support. And with Porky here on this Malthael, plenty of wave clear available for ReGen to take care of this. Now on the vision point, might be first kill of the game, as Stukov under a lot of pressure. Nice icing in from Mei, going to help save the day for now. But still trying to run out of here as ReGen. They will make it out with all of their lives.
Both of these teams kind of stepping up and stepping back, not wanting to give up that first blood.
Bruiser Camp's...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say Bruiser Camp's still healthy there for ReGen. It's going to still pressure as the shrines are activating. Falstad rotating in the bottom with flight available.
Yeah, Falstad with his looking like he's going to go for a little bit of a mage build with that lightning strike here at level 4.
Pairs in nicely with the bribe at 1.
Yep. Initial cap at the top taken by Porky, as Tist and Russ going to battle a little bit over this middle.
Question in chat from P, who picked the map? This was selected by Team Alexander. Now there is the regenerate from Mei. She's able to sustain through that attack by Greymane, still in this Worgen form. Going to disengage out and try to reset, look for another attempt at one of these heroes. Top lane being pressured, and the Malthael is going to have to clear that up. But Team Alexander not giving up on this middle side temple. They want both of them, and so far they're looking pretty good. Centurion low, nice icing it from May. That'll be first blood of the game going over Team Alexander. Nice lockdown there as well. The Blizzard from May helping secure a double kill for Team Alexander.
Yeah, the Blizzard from Jaina, great burst damage there onto that June here. Very interesting that they were willing to, they stepped off the temple to chase that team fight, knowing that it'd be able to get those kills and then still have time to channel on the top there. Excellent decision making from Team Alexander.
Here the Reaper pop by Porky trying to run out of here now, looking for a bit of healing. I think he goes down. 3 health, oh my god! Porky survives. He was at 3 health.
Oh my, soul rip, such value there.
And everyone from ReGen will survive that time, but it is a little bit of an advantage already opened up by Team Alexander, a map where losing structures makes all the difference. Troy and Centurion now finding 4 players of Team Alexander invading onto their siege camp. ReGen might try to counter this out. Here comes ETC.
Yep, slides in, looking to get that boot off of the point, but Centurion is the one that falls here on the Greymane, as ETC as well. Porky comes in the front, finds a kill, but is taken out as well by Hanzo. Hanzo just 1 stack away from his level 1 Simple Geometry quest on that scatter arrow.
It was a Blizzard right here. I don't think they saw it, and if they did, they didn't respect it. A lot of damage coming out from Lockdown yet again. Let's take a look at the damage meters. It's Hanzo leading all heroes with 13,000 right now, but a lot of work being done as well by this Jaina.
Yeah, level 10's picked up, Water Elemental, Dragon Arrow, Stukov holding here. We'll see Flailing's Swipe is the choice. Ardent Defender and Avalanche from May. Level 10 quite a bit away here as the boss is called from the blue team.
Yeah, early boss, they have level 10 advantage, make it now level 11. It's a level and a half lead currently for Team Alexander, trying to use every bit of pressure they can get. We saw this in game number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen, an early boss called by them, comboed in with the Web Weavers. This time it'll be a boss and a temple activating in 20 seconds.
Yeah, whether the red team knew or not, they did not choose to contest as they just now got their level 10s online. Greymane Grove for the throat, stage dive from the ETC, Gust from Falstad. Malthael gonna take that last rights quest talent, and Whitemane holding, deciding between that unstoppable.
Yeah, so Avalanche has been banned in Storm Division, and it was selected and just used there onto Greymane. Not sure if they weren't aware that the talent's been banned, or yeah, I'm not sure. Someone call in Wedge.
Avalanche came out though, but Stukov did fall here, so the fight is 1 for none in favor of. That's now a 1 for 1. But health bars very much in favor here of Team ReGen. May a little bit isolated here as the Blizzard goes down from Jaina to try and help out. Malthael looking to get some extra damage there.
Stage dive, gonna
Stage
have
dive.
May split. They can't finish off Jaina. What? What?
The Water Elemental.
Look at Spell and Lockdown surviving! What the hell? Oh my god, Stoic.
That was not what I expected after seeing that stage dive. ETC also thought that was going to confirm a kill.
Porky
Wait call.
typing in chat right now says, wait, Avalanche is banned. I don't think yes. I don't know if he can see me chatting.
Only I can see you chatting, Murda. And yes, you are correct. It is banned here.
What mean? Yeah, so I think it might be an unfortunate situation of them just not knowing the talent was banned. June now typing. Hopefully that helps.
You have stolen enough of my temple's power. Return.
Camps here being taken.
Porky, I can't type to you in game. You're playing,
team.
and I'm an observer in your game.
Porky also probably cannot hear you. Hopefully he's not watching the stream right now.
If someone wants to message Porky on my behalf and say, yes, Avalanche is banned, there's the pause. We're going to go to the webcam scene. Yeah, I don't know if a remake... yeah, it's tough. I'm just casting tonight. They're going to have to reach out to the lead mod. I can't type. Hello. Can't type. Does this work? Ooh. Avalanche is banned, yes.
What is
Talk
the
to Wedge.
I was just gonna ask, what's the next steps here?
Yeah. Listen, guys. I'm here to watch Heroes of the Storm. As far as I know, the captains were alerted to the bans, whether or not there was a language barrier issue, which is probably the case. So I'd give Team Alexander the benefit of the doubt on just not really understanding that the talent was banned out. However, we're going to leave this to the powers that be. I believe Wedge is going to be involved. We're going to take a short break here. Just to recap, the reason we are paused right now, May selected Avalanche at level 10. It has been banned out during the qualification round right now until a bug fix is in place. That's all I know. I don't know what's going to happen with the remainder of this game. So hang tight. We're going to figure it out. We'll be back with some more Heroes of the Storm, some more Storm Division qualification rounds in just a bit. Let's pull Stoic back in here. Oh, actually, I just got a message from Wedge. Let me read what's going on here. Chatted with Porky. He's cool with a remake because of Avalanche. That cool for you? Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so it looks like they've agreed on a remake. Just to show the game state for those of you at home, it currently was level 14 to 12 in favor of Team Alexander. 8 to 2 in kills. All of our players have left the game. We're going to be remaking. I don't have the Korean language pack on right now, Valcomer, but very astute of you. I used to play with that on.
For real?
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it. I had no idea what they said. But anyway, we're going to be remaking game number 3, so hang with us here.
New follower
Should
detected.
still be Sky Temple, and I also have to thank Tetcher for the raid coming in. I believe he was casting some Storm Division tonight as well, so appreciate that. Thank you, Tetcher, and welcome everyone from his stream. 75 of you out there. If you're not already following, be sure to hit that follow button. We'll be having some qualification matches for the Storm Division all throughout these 6 weeks right here at twitch.tv/murderrg. And of course, if you want to contribute to the prize pool, !Storm in chat. If you'd like to see the bracket, !Bracket in chat. And I guess that's all the housekeeping I have for you guys. Hit the follow button, do the commands, and enjoy your stay.
And we'll go back to an epic game number 3. See what happens here.
It looks like chat is happy with the remake. Appreciate the bits coming in from Stat on Twitch, 200 bits. Welcome, and thank you for the follow as well.
New follower
Checking
detected.
for our lobby being created here from Porky. Looks like it is ready to go. Stoic, if you want to join through me.
Oh, perfect. Let's do
And
that.
we should be underway rather quickly. We're just going to do a standard lobby. We already know our draft picks. We're going to get the same heroes back into the game. ReGen is ready to go. I'm ready to go. Just need to hear from Lockdown and Team Alexander. And game number 3 will be back underway.
You're a referee this time as well, so you will be able to communicate.
Ooh, look at that. Fancy.
Fancy, fancy you. So, coming back into this, ReGen was a little bit behind here on Sky Temple. About 2 levels and a couple of structures as well. How do they play this differently to keep up?
You got to be sure to hit the ready button as well here, Stoic. Okay. Yeah, good question. Great question. Do they make any swaps of any of those talents? They're going to have the privilege, I guess, of doing that now after getting to see a bit of what each side was trying to play with their comp. I don't necessarily know if anything changes, however. We might see a bit different timing on these camps. Of course, that boss was picked up early at level 10 by Team Alexander there in the first iteration of game number 3. Will that be the case again? That really gave them a nice advantage working through that second temple phase. But here we go, back on in to Sky Temple, and on the left-hand side, once again, it'll be Gondar on the Hanzo. Nachojin playing Yarel. Spell, aka Tist, on the Mei. Hyde playing Stukov, and last out of base is the Captain Lockdown on Jaina. Give it up for the boys out of Korea. They're known as Team Alexander.
Representing North America in the red trunks, we have June playing Whitemane, DT Porky on Malthael, Troy 1010 playing Falstad, Rusty T on ETC, and Centurion playing Greymane. It is Team ReGen.
Okay, so took a bit of time for our first blood there the first time around here on Sky Temple. Are we seeing any different talents? I don't think so. We're once again getting Fear the Reaper out of Malthael. There's Wingman again for Falstead. And Simple Geometry for Hanzo. I think we're looking at the same talents here still.
I think so as well. Already different strategy as the red team does not try and cheese a tower in the bottom lane.
So the talent that's banned, Phoenix is asking in chat, is the Avalanche at level 10 for Mei. Apparently there's a rare situation where Mei is able to avalanche heroes off of the map entirely out of bounds. And so it's been banned out. The captain should have been aware before the matches all started today. But unfortunately, maybe giving benefit of the doubt, language barrier perhaps, that Team Alexander was just simply not aware that that was the case. So ReGen has agreed to a remake here in game number 3. And that's the story. We're sticking to it.
Camps being taken again right here at that 1 minute 6 second mark. A little bit faster here for the blue team.
Double blizzard on that mid wave, and you see how effective it is. So much frost taking out a wave with just a couple abilities. Porky had just made a rotation down towards the mid lane, gonna work his way back up to the top, stop off on that vision camp, as yet again we see an early bruiser camp pickup out of Stukov and Hanzo.
Interesting that last time it was the Falstad and the Greymane together.
I think it was Malthael and Falstad actually.
Oh yes, you're right. So definitely 100% different camp taking. Oh, but
it's an
the
invade. Yeah, Yarel's gonna hop over the wall, and now Centurion in a bunch of trouble in Worgen form. doesn't know what to do, ends up rolling out, but the camp has been stolen. Well played by Team Alexander, but here comes ReGen looking for a fight. It's Hanzo falling low, and that'll be first blood of the game going over to ReGen. Power slide through now onto the Mei. Spell trying to walk away, has that spell armor as well. In chases June on this white main, but the rest of Team Alexander will survive as Porky having to clear up a couple camps in this top lane while already taking a little bit of damage. But with that Bruiser camp down, I think they're going to be just fine.
Is it worth it that they're giving up a kill to get that Bruiser camp steal?
Yeah, and a late hold on their own Bruiser camp. You see it just now making its way into this top lane. Going to give them that additional pressure during this objective phase. Everyone on the map except for Falstead. I missed it on stream. But a combination of Jaina, Stukov, and Mei going to walk away with the first kill of the game for Team Alexander.
Yeah, caught out there. Falstead in the bottom lane. Huh. Blue team again contesting at both of these temples here. With the siege camp pushing in this mid wall. Rusty T's gonna back off though, and blue team will continue to channel both of these temples.
Yeah, they need this Falstead to be back on the map. They don't have level 7s now. And just like in game number 1, ReGen's starting to fall behind. But they're gonna make their way finally onto this top shrine, and you know, they'll get a couple shots, but it's gonna be Team Alexander with another lead here on Sky Temple.
Yeah, Mei uncontested in this middle lane as Malthael will go get the vision instead of contesting here. Wow, just so many shots here have been channeled onto these red structures.
Here comes ReGen looking to continue pushing Nacho Jin off this point. June's going to step on as now Porky pretty low on health. Needs a bit of healing. White Mane going to provide some of it as Nacho Jin going to start hopping in with Yorel, looking to smash someone back, but Rusty T playing a pretty big cow right now, making sure no one gets on that backline.
Hanzo finishing his level 1 quest about a minute and a half sooner than he did in the last game.
Here's the Blizzard drop by Main. Nothing going to connect that time as once again Team Alexander going to get some bonus shots activated here out of this top temple. Porky not able to do enough to pressure onto anyone here. Stukov's looking great. Played by Hyde here in game number 3. Rusty T in a weird spot, trying to power slide away as Porky goes in. A bit of a missync here by ReGen. Will they end up falling?
Nitrogen jumps off the wall to grab that vision camp. It's Jaina and Falstead are dueling here in the bottom lane over this camp. Both of them quite low. Blizzard falls. Falstead forced to fly out with that barrel roll. But Porky here going to find this lockdown.
Woo! Yeah, he wanted to hit in one of those ice bolts, but yeah, not quite. Porky saves the day. Troy survives. And now maybe ReGen thinking about invading on the opposite side of the map, although Malthael under a bit of pressure from Gondar. Hanzo looking for the finish, but doesn't quite get it yet. Here comes Falstead with the flight now on the backside. Gondar in some trouble. Gets a great heal from Hyde and will not make it away. Porky leaping in to help finish off that kill.
Stuck in the middle of the lane. Hanzo cannot jump out, and the mid fort will survive. So this is a huge deal as 3 structures remain for both teams here.
Okay, so a bit of a different story. The first iteration of game 3, it was a nice lead, almost a level and a half at this point for Team Alexander. This time, ReGen starting to put on their own pressure. Oh no, they just ended up using one of the bribes and give up the camp a long distance Korean arrow. That's not an NA arrow. Onto the boss stun. They get the finish on Falstead. Centurion and Rusty T also low. There goes ETC falling down. My God, that arrow coming out from Gondar from a distance, helping Team Alexander find a double kill.
Yeah, all the way from the other side of the Pacific Ocean was that Dragon's arrow there, locking him down, and this game is suddenly very, again, similar to the last game.
Yeah, boss and objective ready to go at the same time for Team Alexander. They're going to start pressuring out this bottom side fort. It should fall rather quickly as May's already on the temple getting some shots out. Here's a stage dive from Rusty T. Flight in from Falstead. There's the Gus looking to find lockdown. They put a little bit of damage on with Greymane, but the swipes from Stukov gonna keep them all alive.
Oh. With a slight channel here into this bottom, mid fort will probably go down as the boss works on this keep wall.
Nacho Jin gonna have that Ardent Defender for the last rites, will survive through it. There goes Falstead down as, yeah, I think Lockdown makes it out again. No, Porky's gonna get the finish, but they lose 3. Whitemane, Falstead, and Greymane are down. There goes Malthael, and I think ETC is next as the Water Elemental enough on the map to finish all 5 members of ReGen off. Team Alexander now up 8-4 in kills, and the structures are starting to fall.
This is something that they have done an excellent job in both of these timelines of Game 3, of saying we're on the objective, but we will step off to confirm these kills and then uncontested finish that objective. Both maps we've seen, both Sky Temples we've seen it, and both times it's been worked out extremely well for them.
There goes all 3 forts, now starting to target some shots onto the keep wall of ReGen. Excuse me, that keep wall's already down too, so they're about to start losing some major structures here, and we're not even 10 minutes in.
A possible invade here as Spell looks to sneak that out, but will be capped just in time.
The magic of the temple.
ETC a little bit isolated here, but will be able to use that face melt to get himself to safety.
And now it's Falstead under pressure, bottom lane, barrel rolling out, avoiding that spear. There's the arrow, it does hit. Cleanse coming out from June. There's the gust from Troy. Can he make it out? There's that ice wall, but he doesn't have a barrel roll through it. Perfectly keeping heroes exactly where they want them. Russ can't get off that stage dive in time. Another double kill for the Koreans as they're trying to work down the first keep of the game, and they will be able to get it. They got Jaina here. She's got plenty of damage. There's another Blizzard as well from May. First keep belonging to Team Alexander.
Wow. What an advantage. This is very similar to where we were last game. Level 14 to level 12. Kills heavily in favor of Team Alexander.
Well, Porky just got through the top wall. Bruiser Camp is here now, working down that fountain. It should be falling here. There it goes. But Nacho Jin here in time should be able to save that fort. ReGen looking for any sort of damage they can get onto any of these heroes before level 16 secured for Team Alexander. But no one within range, not even for Porky leaping around with all these Wraith Strikes. And Team Alexander just going to play it safe, going to play it slow, look for level 16 talents, and fight on another day.
Yeah, I mean, they can honestly fight never again, trade altars, except there is Malthael falling to the Hanzo arrows.
Arrow coming through, hits June on the backside. That ice wall's out as well. Centurion stuck in the Blizzard, gets the cleanse. Can Rusty T make it away? 300 health. Yes, he will. Troy barrel roll over the wall, and the rest of ReGen does survive. But a patented throw there by Porky early in that fight, just sending himself to the death pit, as we expect to see out of the captain.
Jesus.
Porky, I love you.
If this double altar phase spawns, you know, Team Alexander could go for 1 and be safe, or they could easily, as they will send here, Urel bottom and cap both at the same time. Team ReGen needs to find a fight here. As imperfect as it will be, they need to find some way to even this game up.
Big flight in from Falstead. Still 14 seconds until his Gust is back online. Go for the throat, still 30 seconds away. Stage dive on the backside. Looking to find this Jaina. They get a little bit of damage out, but not quite enough yet. Is Malthael in range? No, not quite. Couldn't find a last rites target that mattered. There's the Blizzard landing onto Whitemane. She's able to heal through it. Here comes Centurion looking for the finish, but oh my god, that ice block from May keeping herself alive. Another great arrow from Hanzo as 2 heroes have fallen from ReGen make it 3. There goes June. Whitemane is down. Just Falstead and Greymane still on the map. Urel looking to send some shots out from this bottom temple as Greymane needs the hearth in a risky spot. Hanzo's gonna barely miss the scout. 14-5 in favor of Team Alexander with a boss on the map. You gotta believe that's where they're headed.
Yeah, what a tough situation that they put Team ReGen in here, essentially in a checkmate where they had to contest something or they would lose everything. And even in trying, they did lose 4 heroes there. 3 heroes there.
Well, will be the 3rd time we've seen Team Alexander grab a boss on this map, although 2 only during this game. Falstead just a moment late, might have been thinking about a Gust that time was Troy, but now he's on the weirdest side of the map. I don't think he gets out of this one. Jaina has found him, and Jaina has killed him. 15th kill of the game for Team Alexander, looking to close out game number 3 and the set right here. Another arrow coming out, another arrow hitting onto Whitemane. There's the ice wall locking in 2, looking for a finish. They do find Whitemane. She's down. Porky on the wrong side of town, might be in a weird spot, but Lockdown won't fall to that last right. A quad kill with just ETC left standing. Boss has reached the core, and Rusty T has said enough is enough. You guys are our overlords, and Team Alexander will be moving on to the semi-final round tomorrow night.
Wow. You know, game number 1, what an exciting one that was for Team ReGen to, in a commanding fashion, take that map on Infernal. And these next 2, though, were very much in favor of Team Alexander. They're coming out and saying, we didn't like losing, we'll show you how it's done.
And here is our final match summary of the night. Definitely, Stoic, I believe that was one of the most exciting sets we've seen in a while here on twitch.tv/MurderRG. Certainly never got to cast a Korean squad. Out of all the games I've casted in my career, that might have been some of the highest level play, despite the ping. I mean, just look at the difference some Korean pros can make with the Hanzo. Those dragon arrows, I don't think one of them missed. We saw 5 of them connect there in game number 3. Outstandingly done by Team Alexander. GG's all around, and a lot of credit is due to ReGen for a gutsy game 1 victory and really showing them that, hey, North America, they got some tricks up their sleeve too.
Yeah, you know, on the target of that arrow, or the subject of that arrow, excuse me, there were times when the ice wall would drop and I was like, oh, this arrow's going to miss because it's the ice wall. But it would go through and find either the gray main who missed it or the white main who missed it every time. I mean, those arrows were something else.
So I'd love to maybe try to set up an interview. I don't know. Will that work? I don't know.
We can go for it. We can go for it.
Should I try reaching out?
I mean, it's not the finals though, right? Should we wait, or should we email, or I guess, are they going into the quarterfinals or the semifinals? Is that
so? Tomorrow, yeah, stream. Tomorrow's going to be the semifinal round. There's going to be only 4 teams left after tonight's games end. And if you want to see the bracket, actually, you know what? I'll throw the bracket up on stream right now so all of you at home can watch. It looks like VGM Gaming has already advanced, knocking off Forge Esports 2-0 in their matchup in the quarterfinals. So they're through the semis. We know Team Alexander just won. They'll be moving on through. And for whatever reason, some of these other matches have not been updated yet. Goliath saying he knows that Hyde speaks a little English, at least. I don't want to put him on the spot and have to like flex their English studies. Get a translator like they do at international events. Yeah, I think my budget is a little bit too short to afford a translator. I just fizzed. I'd love to. It would be a lot of fun to get to interview these guys, but
Season 11 we'll get that translator.
Yeah, for sure.
If you guys keep donating to that prize pool, we'll be able to afford it.
Yeah, be sure. Listen, if you guys are at home right now and you enjoyed matches tonight, maybe you were watching on Tetra Stream earlier, maybe you watched elsewhere, maybe you're at Nexus Gaming Series, twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series watching Jinxie Cat casting. If you've been enjoying the matches already, consider contributing towards the prize pool. We want to try to pull in as many players as possible. I think it's incredible that these guys out of Korea are willing to play. And if you want to show them support and show them some love, !Storm in chat right now to get a link over to the match arena where you can contribute some of your hard-earned dollars towards this prize pool. Everyone at NGS would greatly appreciate it. I know these players would. And if you want to find out more about this tournament, head on over to nexusgamingseries.org and you can follow all the action there. Of course, our bracket is up there as well. But if you want the bracket quickly, it is !Bracket in chat. Stoic, before we head out for the night, any last words after seeing these 2 matches?
You know what? I think Team Alexander, they came back and they gave ReGen a little bit of spanking, but I think that while ReGen might be eliminated for week 1, I'm excited to see what they can continue to do in week 2. Maybe that'll be their one, or if not, in the future weeks of these Storm Division qualifiers. All I know is that we had some amazing hots tonight. We've got more tomorrow, so make sure you come back, and we'll have more next week and for the next 6 weeks.
Well, tomorrow, Stoic and I, we won't be here. We're not going to be at twitch.tv/MurdaRG, although I loved having you guys here tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to be over on the mainstream, twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. Be sure to follow there because when the season starts, every single match will be played on one stream, so you have no confusion, no excuses, and we have a perfect one-stop solution for all of you guys who want to watch Heroes of the Storm here in North America. I had a great time tonight. Stoic, I'm sure you did as well. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You guys have been fantastic. Be sure to help contribute towards that prize pool on Matcherino. Say hi to all the mods who are helping put this thing on. I've been Murda. He's been Stoic. You guys have been fantastic. And we will see you guys tomorrow night at twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series. And there's the tranquility again from Alperian, keeping targets up as Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurish Smash, Endurance of Hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak. Make it a quad kill set up by that ETC.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubarak, core at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, make it 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
knock them all up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that.